Hey everybody, this is King of Breaker, and you're watching The Touch of Death, a Darksiders 2 combo project. I started this. This video is just going to be the bare bones of combat in Darksiders 2. I love the affordances of the new system compared to what War could do in Darksiders 1. I love the scythe, I love the hammers, I love the fast weapons. I really enjoy everything about this game. The one thing I don't like is the lack of jump canceling, but that aside, let's just get started. So, if you haven't played Darksiders, or Darksiders 2, basically you can do three different types of attacks. You can do your standard scythe attacks with the X button, and you can do secondary attacks with the Y button. Secondary attacks come in two varieties, slow and fast. You can probably imagine this is fast. But they also come in the slow variety with our hammers, maces, and glaives and axes. So I want to equip hammers we'll equip a hammer first. Okay, cool. So let's talk about normal attacks. They're very easy to perform. You have standard combos that can be done using delays. So you can do something really easy like 4 X's in a row. Just gives you that quick combo. You can also do 2, and then a delay, and then X, and you get this awesome kind of Grim Reaper effect. I love that. On all your final attacks with the delays. So you can do a lot of different stuff with that. There's a lot of different things you can do. So you have ground-based normals that use your scythe. You also have air normals. Kind of just easy stuff. You also have, so this is actually the opposite of jump canceling. It's a kick flip, or excuse me, a jump flip kick. Awesome, it's a flash kick. It's Guile's flash kick from Street Fighter. So yeah, that's actually, you can integrate that into your combos. You can also hit R1 while you're in the air to do a little ground pound, which is, almost instantly recoverable, and you can keep on comboing after that. But so let's hear we've got normal attacks done by using X, hitting X. Next we have boom, slow attacks, right? Just boom, bam, right? So we've got some really cool. These do a ton of damage, and you saw the fast attacks as well before. So yeah, I'm not going to get too much into it. You have normal attacks with your scythe, slow attacks with your hammers, and all of that good stuff, and then fast attacks with your gauntlets and arm blades. But while normal attacks are totally awesome, we also have a couple other things we can talk about. Charge attacks is one of them. Now, you do not have charge attacks while you're using the scythes. So holding down X will do nothing for you ever. However, holding your secondary weapon button down, holding Y, will actually give you a charge attack. You can do ground charge attacks and air charge attacks. What's interesting about this is that each weapon type, so I'm saying the class of the weapon is slow or fast, so hammers are slow, gauntlets are fast. The type, so whether or not you have a hammer, a mace, a glaive, or an axe, changes the type of charge attack you get. The same with the fast secondary weapons, the arm blades, the gauntlets, the bucklers, and the claws. So everything is very different. So as you can see, we have this kind of killer, hammer stomp sort of thing. And then let me show you what you can do with an axe. Actually, you know what? Let's use a glaive. Let's use a glaive. They're a little more. I really like the air glaive attack. It's very cool. All right, where's my glaive? Here we go. All right, so we have boom. Very cool. We also have this, which looks freaking sick from the side. So as you can see, the charge attack is very different. The weapon class very much the same. Look at that. Whoa. Love it. Right, so now we've got charge attacks. Again, each one is very different. Well, excuse me, not very different. And I also want to show off this. I love the arm blades charge attack. Sonic Boom. So you've got Guile's Sonic Boom, which I freaking, it's so great. super cool that they're into fighting games here. So we have, as you can see, we have air charge attacks, we have ground charge attacks, and that's all done by holding the secondary weapon button. So we have normals, we have charges. Now we're going to go over dashes. So dash attacks are great for chasing down enemies and for kind of making that big first attack. So if you really want to get in there, this is just done by doing forward evade with right bumper, and then the X button. Bam. Now the only problem with this is that each evade, you cannot do any more evades until the scythe is back in Death's hand. So as you can see, I can't do anything until it's right back in his hand. The same kind of goes for your secondary weapons. There you go. Sure, you can. That one is actually interesting. So if you do the normal God Fist, that's what that move's called. Gotta give props to. I'm pretty sure that's in reference to God Hand, the awesome Clover game. But yeah, then we also have the Shoryuken, right? So this is actually considered like an aerial attack. So you can actually cancel out of it using the R1 button in the air, which causes this ground stomp, and then dodge away. But again, if you're getting surrounded by enemies, man, that's probably a bad idea. So there's risk reward to. There's definitely a risk reward for this. I'll show you one other thing about the hammer, or excuse me, not the hammer, but the slow weapons. They do something a little different. You can actually cancel a little bit quicker. So this is that. You can cancel a little quicker than with the gauntlets, with the fast weapons and your scythes. But you also have access to a heavy follow-up. So if you do end up creaming somebody, right when there's impact with the ground, you can do a follow-up attack. So there's a couple of attacks like that that allow that sort of special timing. So again, really fun system to play with. Boom. And then unsuspecting enemy eats it. So you can actually, yeah, there's a lot of very cool things you can do with this system. Boom. Oh, let's see if I can get the 3. Boom, boom, boom. Right, so those are all special time releases. Really fun to play with. We also have, what was the other thing I was going to talk about? We have that. Did I have anything else to talk about? Charge attacks, dash attacks. Oh, right, and crossovers. What am I talking about? All right, so the game also allows you to combine these attacks into what is known as crossovers. See how we're working it with our axe, or excuse me, with our scythe? Well, then we get a different set of moves with our mace. And we get that spiral. I think it's called the Cyclone. And that's the hilt thrust or something like that. So this is called a crossover. That is called a crossover special. So basically, whenever you interrupt a combo with one weapon, the next attack, just hitting one secondary weapon in this case, so let's do 2 X's and a Y, that's called a crossover. When that attack ends, whatever attack comes after that is called a crossover special. So there's actually 2 ways you can go. So we can go crossover, and then go back to our sides for a crossover special, or we can go to Y. We can go use our mace for the crossover special. After this, what's interesting is that you get one more follow-up. You can either use your secondary weapon, so that's the final kind of hit of that combo, or you can go boom with your sights. So again, the crossover system is very cool, not very different, but it's very fun to use. And actually, I'll show you my favorite crossover. This one is my favorite. I sincerely enjoy doing this to enemies. Just that really quick because I love. I think I can do better than that. I can't. There we go. So I really, it's difficult to pull off in the game, but it looks so freaking sick. And because there's basically no recovery on that final hit. Oh, I love it. And then you can get the special... I don't know why I can't do it now, but there we go. So basically that is the combat system in Darksiders 2. You're allowed normal attacks with your scythe. They can be delayed to create different effects. This is really good for crowd control, for clearing people out. You get the big, strong, heavy hammer attacks. In this case, it's a mace. You also have the fast weapons. You also have dash attacks. You have aerial combat. You have dodges, which are essential because Death has no counterattack besides the dodge. Not like War. He can't block anything. He just takes it to the face. And then you also have the charge stuff. So Death has a lot of tools. That's not even counting. Right now I don't have... I'm starting on my New Game Plus. He has a lot of other attacks open to him when you start using Wrath. And the secondary weapons that you get, so Strife's guns. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. That's it for this episode of The Touch of Death. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for more episodes. I'm probably going to go over another combat aspect that I didn't really want to cover this time, but that's his Reaper form, which destroys people. So yeah, we're going to go over that probably at a later date, go over his awesome Wrath abilities at a later date as well. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for more awesome Touch of Death goodness, alright? That's it guys, I'm done for here. This is King of Breakers signing out.